All right, so we have got the Mrgirl and Lav podcast here. It's called "Bring Your Daughter to Work Day," episode 1. It's bi-weekly. First one's called Maybe I Was Odd." It's got a subtitle here. The bi-weekly podcasts are brought to you by Sigma Femoid and Mrgirl, the most reliable live study of generationally Jewish behavior. Generationally cultural Jewish behavior. Fuck me. Lav with these modifiers. Because you can't say Jewish behavior, can she? Because she's not actually Jewish. She can't actually say that. So it's like generationally, culturally Jewish. Because, yeah, she's also a quadroon and a Hispanic and, you know, all sorts of other races and cultures and ethnicities and spiritualities. You'll get it the 4th time. Please, Bomber, take an extra clonny.
Courtney Game super chatted $10. $10 from Courtney Game. You're special to me because you helped me leave Tom and food shops. You show me how gross and fake they are.
Okay. Thank you for the $10. Okay. Let's carry on with this Mrgirl and Lav podcast.
And hello, viewer. Welcome to Bring Your Daughter to Work, the podcast.
Hi everyone.
I'm Leah, and this is my lesbian mother.
Yep.
Maxine.
Yep.
And you might know us from our greatest hits, which were Destiny Raped Me and I Am the Pedophile.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? I saw the Bridges podcast, and it was so bad that I thought, you know who could make another really bad podcast?
Us. Our people have very strong feelings about our relationship, and I think always have.
Yeah.
And whatever happens in our relationship seems to really rollick the streamosphere.
Yeah, rollick is the word that I would use. Yeah. Also.
Yeah, and I have no doubt that us.
Please put your phone away.
This looks 1,000 times better than Bridges. Look, it's already more entertaining than Bridges was. Let's be real. Bridges, like, to be fair, I got like a good hour and a half, maybe 3 hours total of laughing at that set. I did get quite a long time out of laughing at the Bridges set, but as far as podcasts go, this is actually already more entertaining. Drug people, which one is this? What is she doing with her lips?
Silencing it because we're on a podcast.
Yeah, that should have been done before.
I'm a little distracted. Yeah, I think that us starting a podcast will also cause similar waves. I'm anticipating
and we
some
love
Reddit
that.
posts. Yeah.
You love that. I love that.
You want to make 90 comments about this? That's fine.
Yeah. Where should we start? I mean, obviously we have to talk about everything that happened. Obviously, I also have some other things to talk about, though, like just topics.
Okay.
We could do whatever. I think people probably watching or tuning in for. What should we do? Should we talk about Destiny later so that they have to watch through everything, or should we talk about Destiny first?
No, let's just do it now. Let's get it out of the way.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much. Holy fuck.
I feel like 5 out of 10 sex tape wasn't my thing, personally.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Is she good? Dude. She fucking hates this guy. Are we going to get the full Formosus rant? Is she taking the opportunity to get the full Formosus rant out? Is that what we're doing now? Jesus Christ. Max's face immediately as well, just...
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so what happened last year? So I have come to a different place with the Destiny thing. You know that. We've talked. Oh, yeah, we've talked about this.
Well, also, anytime you say anything about it, somebody tells me what you said. So
good.
I'm constantly appraised of anything you say about me or Destiny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, with the Destiny thing, one, I think I take more accountability now with my part, what I did.
That's what they've always wanted from it. They just want you to take accountability.
I know. I'm so good at taking accountability. And you know what? It's not enough for them. They still want me dead. So
yeah.
I should have never done it, is what I'm saying. But no, so now I'm more like
yeah, I don't know that every time I hear her talk about the shit that happened back when she's gone Destiny stream, it's still she still goes on about how she was coming off of Klonopins and all this shit, right? I don't know that's necessarily true, which takes the accountability now. But it's okay, Lav. It's okay, Lav. We support Afro, Jewish, Empress Lav, okay? She can reframe and look at herself however she wants. You can think however you want to think, Lav, okay? I support your truth.
You know, I reached out to him. I should have not been stupid. I didn't know the scope of what would happen to me or what could happen, right? Well, which is your whole argument, is that I couldn't consent to something that I didn't understand.
But
still, I'm an adult woman.
I understand, but when you first enter DGG or Destiny's sphere, you're love bombed and presented with a view of the community that is not a gun being held to your head. And then as events unfold and you're like, wow, there's so many people with their brains blown out everywhere. And they're like, oh, they're bad people. Don't worry about it. And then as you realize more and more that you're one of the bad people.
Dude, it's so crazy when people pretend that Mrgirl is like lying about all this shit and doesn't actually believe the things he thinks. And this guy, every time he talks about this shit, sounds like he's recounting some horrific traumatic event. Yeah, it's so crazy. It's like when people actually sit there and tell you with a straight, oh yeah, Mrgirl's just an evil liar who just made it all up and doesn't believe anything he says. He's just telling you, no, he 100% believes full-throatedly everything that he's saying, 100%.
Yeah, so I don't know if you can really consent to that like trajectory.
Well, I think that sure, to some extent.
WJ neurosis.
Did Destiny rape me? Yes. Just kidding. He didn't. But I just think that I
do like Mrgirl. What? But that's just objectively true. I don't know. Well, not objectively true. You know what I mean? It's right. I'm right, is what I'm saying.
And I was a smart girl. I understood what I was doing, and I understood what I was doing also with reaching out to him and using my sexuality to get his attention. I understood what I was doing. Okay.
Smith, you're not Jewish.
Okay. You lie. You're okay. You're a trans person, and you don't tell somebody. You message somebody on Tinder, and you're like, I just like butt fucking. I'm a woman and I love butt fucking. Fucks you in the butt. Is that rape?
But no, you didn't, bro. Come on now.
Like potentially,
ethnically.
yeah. Well, depending on how you define rape.
Process for that.
I've had this talk with Kilo the Giant. Shout out Kilo.
Oh, shout out.
Yeah. Okay, so then same thing, except you tell them you're a billionaire, but it's all AI generated images of you and you're on your trip to Dubai or whatever. They have sex with you because of the AI generated images. Then they find out they were fake afterward. Is that kind of rape?
In the loosest sense of the word, it could be.
Okay, loose rape.
Yeah.
Not the best, but you know it happens. Okay.
Converts are not Jewish. Sorry, take it up with the Talmud. Says Deeper Armor in chat. Well, you've been told, Smith.
Then you have sex with somebody.
I have heard that.
And if they were gonna say no,
I haven't checked the Talmud, but I have.
You would have. You have a gun in your pocket. They don't know it's there, so they don't actually have a choice, but they think they do. Is that rape? They never find out about it.
I actually probably wouldn't call that rape.
Okay, because
to the victim, they are none the wiser.
Yes, but I established the other hypotheticals to show that there are situations in which the victim is none the wiser, and you will still call it rape. If there's a trans person.
Sure,
involved.
but then they find out. If afterwards she found out there was a gun.
Okay,
well,
so
I think the rape is part of like the trauma, right? Like, is it?
So Bill Cosby isn't a rapist technically.
Wait, no way is Lav arguing if you don't know you were raped, you weren't raped. Is that actually the argument we're having here?
Well, I've actually talked about this before also. Like, if you don't remember the rape, if you're date raped, were you raped? Like, yes, technically.
No.
Well,
Why is she arguing? Why? What? This is not an if a tree falls in the woods situation. What? Come on.
If you don't have any of the things that come after it, then was it... Does it matter if you were raped? Does it matter if you... Schrodinger's rape.
The seepage. Yeah. Well, I would say that there's two elements of rape. There's the tossing of the rape baseball and the catching of it. And so I agree that if the person is unconscious and never finds out about it...
Do never catch yourself catching a rape ball.
Right. Yeah, women, instead of rape whistles and mace and stuff, women should just carry around a little device that makes them forget the next hour of their life.
Yeah.
And then that's the perfect rape prevention device.
Let's play ball.
I say this to illustrate that the lack of awareness of rape or knowledge of rape doesn't truly erase the rape. I think it only erases half of it.
Well, it doesn't. So, there's still the material. This is like Lacanian. It's like, there's still the material reality of the rape, but
no. I'm not saying that. I'm saying really the rape is given and received. It's
rape
like murder.
Is an idea.
No. Well, it is an idea, but I'm saying in our definition, it's like murder. Yeah. If you kill someone, once you kill them, they don't exist. So there is actually no such thing as a murder victim.
That's true.
Okay, but they're still a murderer. They don't, even if they don't know you killed them, you're still a murderer. Okay. Sure. So if a trans person,
say that yes, Destiny did rape me.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of getting to. But if a trans person goes around and has sex with 500 men on Tinder, all buttholes everywhere, but they all think that it's a woman, is this person like a mass rapist? I would say yes. So
sure, but and then it's just consequentialism. It's just like, what are the consequences now for this person? Should they be like, obviously there should be different consequences for different type of rapists. Like someone who does that shouldn't go to jail. Shouldn't go to jail. No, I don't think so. I don't think that Destiny should go to jail.
Right, but
for
the problem...
raping me, I think he should go to jail for having that much foreskin, though.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. The problem is...
he just ignores that one.
That,
okay.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying he should go to jail. I'm saying that if you... Well, there's something very insidious about that. Where you know not to use a gun, because a gun would... You can't protect yourself if you use a gun. Like, that's for stupid people. You know, you walk around mugging people like a retard. And then, like, yeah, you're going to go to jail. A smart person uses coercion and lies and figures out what is the line of plausible deniability. What will stop me from... I won't get banned from any platforms. Nobody will sue me. And just, stays within the bounds. But you can still be just as powerful as if you had a gun and just as coercive.
Yeah, like I think the mobilizing of his platform is like a gun. Like it is, it keeps you very like shaking, scared, very complicit.
Yeah, and I would say that gun was held to your head without your knowledge, and then you had sex with him. So
I did. Well, I did. Okay, I didn't have sex with him. First of all,
when I say sex, I'm using the word as an
inclusive
LGBT inclusive, which means that women can have sex with each other.
They can't. They can't.
Oh, what's
in that case, sapphic sex is more of like an exchanging of love more than the action.
Than hate.
Yeah. So I didn't even have lesbian sex with.
Sex is something that happens to a woman, and you're saying it didn't happen.
No, I'm saying there was no love, and there was no penetration.
Well,
so
I see. I didn't have you need one or
heterosexual sex. Yes, I didn't have heterosexual sex or lesbian sex with Stephen Bonnell.
There has to be.
He serves.
What is this? What definition is she working with here? I feel like you can just accept. You can just go, yeah, any sexual activity you can colloquially call sex. No, is that? Do we really have to have this whole autistic? Oh well, actually, sex either has to have penetration or love. What the fuck is this? Soul maths.
Ethic love. Yes, you mentioned that.
Yeah. But yeah, to some, yeah, that was very strange. Whatever. Do I think that Steven is a bad guy? Absolutely. Like, I think that Steven is manipulative and childish and...
Okay, but I noticed that you're slipping a bit into the...
Not bad guy. Let me rephrase.
No.
I don't think that... Steven is human.
Yeah, here we go. You're slipping into the... This is actually a defense of
mistreated... No, shut up. Don't even talk, okay?
Okay.
Steven has done a lot of things to me that I will never forgive him for. That still hurt me today and my life.
This is a defense of him.
I think that he... Shut up. I think that he has deliberately done things to hurt me. Not on accident. I think he's deliberately hurt me as retribution for whatever he... Whatever. Yeah, I don't think he should go to jail. I just think he sucks, right?
Jesus.
And licks. But you know what I mean.
Yeah. I think
Was that a good defense as Destiny's lawyer?
Yes. So the way that people defend Destiny or Trump or Andrew Tate or whatever.
Yeah, it does.
is that you say the bad... Yeah, or Hitler. You say the bad things about them, but as you're saying them, you actually shift your perspective or stance so that you're no longer making a moral condemnation and you become someone who doesn't make moral condemnations. You just say things how they are. He did it. He did terrible things. I'll never forgive him for them, but the tone of my voice is indicating that this is just how life is and this is just how people are, and so he can't really be held.
You're caught in the meta of me clearly trying to manipulate or work the audience into not killing me after talking about this and trying to be as fair as possible, which is a normal thing that human beings do, and you're like, no, fuck that. This is one of our biggest problems is that you're like social mores. I'm fine dealing with the social mores. I'll live inside the social more. I don't care. I don't think it's abuse. I don't think that the social more is abuse.
You simultaneously think it's abuse but define yourself as not caring, and so therefore
no, I don't think this. No, I think that he abused me. I don't think that the social mores are abusive. Like, I don't think that me being like, oh, I like using the diplomatic tone of voice or whatever, speaking to who I know will be DGG and my audience.
But it's not just diplomatic though. It's sociopathic.
I'm a sociopath?
To be diplomatic,
sociopathic. Let's fucking go. Yes, say it, Max.
About somebody abusing you or others, you are then being sociopathic by definition. You're saying
maybe you will stew on everything in the bad that's ever happened to you and have a big romantic emotional outburst about everything that's wronged you. I am in a good place with it now, and I'm talking about it matter-of-factly.
Oh,
yes,
I love it.
Which is sociopathic. Not because it's not because
it's not sociopathic. It means that I've worked through it.
I understand that, but
it doesn't. I mean, it does affect me, but
You're equating the lack of moral stance with a lack of emotional outburst. I'm not saying that you're too emotionless when you say it. I'm saying that the meaning of the tone of your voice as you say, he did do yes, he raped me. Yes, he cut my fingers off. Yes, he peeled my eyelids.
He did do this.
When you say things like that in that tone, there is an unspoken end of the arc that you're making with your tone of voice that says, and that's just how things are, and we're just going to have to live with it. But when you say that, I understand that. I'm not saying it's factually.
How long till this podcast ends? It won't make it past 5 episodes, but they will be 5 of the best episodes of a podcast ever made.
Untrue. I'm saying that when you say that.
Keep going.
I'm saying that when you use that phrasing around speaking about abuse, you are simultaneously defining something as abusive, which means it's wrong and shouldn't happen, and also defining it as something that... Can I finish my sentence?
No.
You're simultaneously defining abuse as wrong and shouldn't happen, but as something that just does happen.
Yes.
And so when you do that, you merge the prescriptive with the descriptive.
Yes.
And therefore you no longer have a moral stance or even any preferences about how things should be.
So you have BPD and you're thinking of this black and white. Me, someone who is neurotypical, completely healed and has no problems whatsoever. For me, I just have a healthy view of it. I mean, I've talked about this with rape also. People have made the same things. I'm like, well, my rape wasn't that bad. And I think a lot of people move past rape. And I don't think that we need to coddle rape victims. I don't think we need to collectively gasp like a parent would if their kid falls off of something. And then people have accused me. No, shut up. People have accused me then of being like, well, if we just tell women to get over it, like if we just tell women that their life will go on.
But that's different.
It's not.
It is. You're taking a position about how harmful rape is. There is some degree to which it is harmful still. What you're saying about Destiny is
Well, no, if I'm saying that rape isn't that bad and your life goes on, that can totally be read as you can rape.
I understand that a stupid person might read it that way, but strictly from in a logical framework, when you say it isn't that bad, you're actually saying that to some degree it is that bad. But what you're saying about Destiny is actually apositional. You actually are not taking any position because you're offsetting.
Maybe I believe a stupid person would believe that.
I think
that the average smart person would believe that I have taken a stance and that I'm just trying to use diplomatic language in speaking to an audience because I don't want to get into it.
But the only way to be diplomatic to Destiny's audience is...
Let me try. I can't believe what he did.
Again, you're conflating emotionality with taking a position.
I will never.
Jesus Christ. Okay, Lav.
Forgive him for what he did. For what he took from me. Like, what do you want me to do?
Are you actually asking?
Yeah. What is the max prescription? How should I talk about it? Control me. Control what I wear, how I speak, everything.
I think that it depends on what you want.
Whoever said the sexual tension is fucking disgusting, it was so right. Jesus Christ. You can't have the whole father-daughter thing, even in the name of the podcast, and then be doing this shit. That's wretched. That's fucked. That's gross. Oh man, I can't deal with that. That's so rancid. Oh man, I just fucking skipped back. Fuck. Dude. Fuck.
Audience. Because I don't want to get
into
it.
But the only way to be diplomatic...
Okay. Hold on, let me try.
Because you can't just say nothing happened, and I'm fine with everything, because obviously you weren't. So that would be seen as walking back and lying. Because if you change your mind about something or are wrong, then you're lying. And then if you keep your prescriptive views or morals, then you also are going to run afoul of them, because then you'll be condemning Destiny. I mean, who are you to condemn Destiny?
Okay, so I say nothing?
You're a fucking piece of shit. No, I'm saying if you're trying to stay in their good graces, the only way to do so is to actually become a sociopath yourself. And to
That is true. To get their favor, I have to say that none of it happened. I have to say that I'm completely fine, even though he did these things to me. I am fine, and I
don't think so. I think you need.
And I think
it's
him. And it wasn't that bad.
Because they won't buy that. They'll say that you're a liar. You need to say something that intersects with everything you've already said and draw a through line. But the end of the through line is, and I've realized I've grown up and I'm taking more accountability. You know what I realized? That's just how people are. That's just how life is. And I should have known, and I take responsibility for my own part in this. That is how you let him off the hook entirely, while also keeping true to everything you've said about it, so you don't get called a liar.
Maybe that's true. Let's just say that I'm stupid and I believe that that's true.
Deep. Lav doing anything other than trying to hurt another woman's feelings is like Michael Jordan playing baseball.
But also, the way that I move on and heal is by controlling the things that I can control and reevaluating what I could have done and what I can do and what I can do differently in the future to protect myself.
Yes, this is a very convincing way to do what I just described, but I'm not even saying you should do it or not do it. I'm just saying that I believe this is what you're doing. Most people who are sociopathic on their own behalf. They say, well, if I steal something, it's okay because I'm me and
what expertise do you have on sociopathy and emotions? What expertise do you have on victim language?
What expertise do I have on victim language? I hear it all the time from all the people I victimize.
Yeah.
Most people who are sociopathic on their own behalf. Most people who steal to give to themselves. They kill because...
What do you know about abuse? Well, I'm an abuser. I know everything about abuse.
Because they feel like it or for their own purposes. Well, that's maybe in wars, that's not true.
Okay, what is the accusation here towards me?
In a cult of personality, the members become sociopathic on the behalf of another person, not themselves. So a person says, well, if I were to start a insurrection, it would be bad. That would be me trying to overthrow the government. But if Trump does it,
you want to hear me say that I hate Destiny and I want to kill him? You want to hear me say that?
No, I'm not. There's nothing I'm trying to get you to say.
I'm just trying to point out. Yes, please say that. Yes, I do. Please.
You think I'm stupid? You think I don't know that I am using diplomatic language so that they don't hurt me? You don't think I know that? You're describing it to the audience? Go ahead.
No, I'm describing to you.
Describe it to Emery right now.
I'm describing to you. I'm describing to you that the method by which you become diplomatic to Destiny's audience is to become sociopathic on his behalf.
Okay, so you're talking to the audience. Because I know this.
Okay, well, I've never articulated this for myself, and I think it actually helps me understand part of what.
Actually, you know what? No, that is a point. To be fair, if I wasn't watching this, like, who else is going to cover this? So I will actually link this. So, guys, if you have a Substack, go and support this podcast. Let's see more of this. Okay.
Using about how I reacted so badly and why I reacted so badly is that I realized I had been led down this path of becoming sociopathic, but not on my own behalf, but on his behalf. That I was just constantly put in positions where I'm being asked increasingly difficult questions about how are you still aligned and friends with Destiny, but you know that this thing happened. And you just have to keep contorting your position closer and closer to his own, which is, well, that's just how things are, and Destiny just does what he has to do.
Did you see there? Because Irrelevant hates me because he says that I have a false rape accusation against Hassan. And hold on, let me move this light. And I was like, that's so interesting because
you say she underestimates how many people watch her, but I saw yesterday she only had like 25 viewers on Twitch. So I mean, I don't know that she's got that many people following her around anymore.
Stephen accused me of rape 2 days ago, and I showed him the message, and he was like, "But like, what's the context?" And it's literally a message that says like, "You like coerced me, like forced me into eating you out or something." And I'm like, "What is the difference?" And then he had to just like, he like just didn't say anything. He was like, "I have to go." It's like I think Irrelevant is the greatest example of someone who does that. It's so obvious.
Yeah, so when I first was tweeting out like his sex with Anna, Irrelevant, I was like, hey, do you want to talk about that? He was like, sure. So we had a call, and he was like, look, I just think, I mean, it's not good, but we don't know everything. We don't know everything that happened. I'm like, dude, what do you mean? We know that he said she's a stalker while he's sexting her. What more do you need to know? And he's like, so you assume that you know everything about that relationship.
I love the black set, by the way. That's really good.
It's so crazy. What a retarded response. Obviously, we're taking Max's recollection here. But it's such a retarded response. You don't need to know everything about the relationship. You will never know everything about a relationship, but there is a point where you know enough details to make a judgment. And the fact that he was repeatedly calling her a stalker in public, knew she had severe OCD, and was still engaging sexually with her, shows that he was being, at the very least, seriously irresponsible with how he engaged. Like, yeah. that you will never know 100% context, but there comes a point where you have enough information to make a judgment.
But I don't do that.
Yeah.
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah, it's because I was on like JSTLK's stream with him a couple times, and he would bring up like the Hassan thing. He's like, "You're the fucking worst person in the world," and I'd be like, "Dude," I'd be like, "You do not."
Yeah, sure. Next time I see Relly in a JStalk stream, I'll join and say, "Hey, Relly, do you remember when you had a private call with Mrgirl a year and a half ago, and you said in response to the Anna situation that you didn't know enough to make a judgment?" Yeah, that'll be my opening gambit for sure.
Know everything, and I'm not going to go into it with you. But actually, we had one call where I gave him like way more information than he ever deserved because I was desperate and upset. Yeah. And he was like, "I just don't believe you." And then gradually it became me.
It wasn't a private call; it was streamed. Oh, was it? Do we have that? I would be interested to see if Mrgirl's recollection is accurate.
Just being like, "Dude, fuck you. You weren't there. You don't know these people." And he was like, "Actually, I do know." Destiny does the same thing. He's like, "Actually, I do know that you're lying." And I'm like, "Really? How?" And they're like, "I have my ways."
It's okay. That's being contradicted. No, it was not streamed, says Kilo. Onyx saying they missed it. Yeah, I don't know that it was streamed. I think you might be wrong.
I'm like, and it's just nothing. But the audience believes them completely. Would die for it.
Yeah, well, because they're aligned. But
yeah, it's just you could very, very clearly see it with Irrelevant.
But that's
I haven't seen it so clear with any of the other orbiters. I don't think.
Yes, Irrelevant.
Maybe Cherry actually.
Are they just calling?
I would.
Are they just saying Riley lives in the house? Is that all this is? They just call him. They just saying he's on the Bonnell farm. I don't know how much I want to say. Is that all this is?
Say all of them to some degree.
To some degree, sure. But I think it's more like Kyla is she's tricky. Kyla just won't comment on things that Destiny does.
When she doesn't comment. Obviously, if she doesn't comment, you can assume that she has an inward... I do believe that Kyla has a moral framework that she may not operate from, but she has it.
Yeah, I wonder.
I don't think she's quite as disoriented as you may think watching her behavior.
You think she's a sociopath?
I've been saying this.
As opposed to a retard? Yes.
Let's go.
I wonder what she thinks about him filming a sex tape with a fan and then telling her that she could send it to whoever she wanted. And
what do you think about that?
Well, the girl who we had the sex tape with, was in the community that I was in, the JSTLK. I'm just gonna call him Chad. Was in Chad's server. Okay. And had like multiple breakdowns, like schizo breakdowns, and I was like, "Oh, this is like the schizo girl." Every Discord has one, right? Every Discord has one. This is like the schizo girl. She's just like whatever. She's a fan. Then come to find out, after the sex tape is leaked, this is the girl. Mm-hmm. And I was like, "What? Sweet girl, by the way, super sweet girl, but very clearly, like, messaged me things that were like."
Information is the girl she had beef with. Okay, so, right. Which girl is this? Okay. Is this Blondie? Is the sex tape of Blondie? Okay. That's funny. Okay. Okay. Now I see why Lav was so fucking giddy about it. Okay.
Like Nicolas Cage Declaration of Independence, like schizophrenic, like couldn't string together a sentence. Schizo. I'm not talking about like, oh my god, crazy BPD. I'm talking about like actually, Yeah. And then finding out that she's a Destiny fan, and then also that they have a sex tape, and she's sending it to his fans. I'm like,
bro,
what the? Also, how are you? This is my big thing.
If she's, I'm going to just say what I'm thinking before she speaks, because I don't know if it's going to be the same thing. How fucking reckless an insane, is this fucking idiot Destiny. He's trying to go mainstream, and he's doing this shit. I don't know if is she actually schizo? Like, I haven't seen these quote-unquote schizo meltdowns, but like, if you're you're like fucking taking sex tapes or some bitch that's like totally insane.
How have you lied to the general public about your penis?
Oh, okay, here we go.
Post something where everyone can see
that
I've described your penis perfectly to a T. How are you so stupid? By the way, yeah,
but his dick was already out there. His dick got leaked years ago. You'd be able to see Destiny's penis for like 10 years. You could have checked Lav's claims at any point.
Yeah, he posted like the other week after I described his penis on like Nicholas Diorio show or something. To a T. Photographic memory. And then he's like, no, it's 6.5 inches. LOL. And then he's like, no curve, nothing. And then his sex tape comes out, and it's exactly how I described. And nobody said, whoa, Lav was right. I didn't even get one Lav was right moment.
Why are you...
I believe Bug has always maintained that Lav had an accurate description of Destiny's penis. I think Bug's always said that.
Fixated on this.
Because...
Yeah.
I don't think that people... Well, two things. One, people don't believe that I didn't have sex with him. People think that I did have sex with him. To me, that's disgusting. Because to me, his penis is not just like, ew. It's like medical journal bad penis. I know that you're like anti-body shaming. I don't care.
I don't want to talk about it,
No. Yeah, no shit. It is just crazy. I get her point. She was right. But yeah, like Boots is saying, the reason that no one goes, oh, well, Lav was right. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to talk about Destiny's cock. Nobody wants to get into extended arguments. There was like one DGGer who started arguing with her on Twitter about the size of Destiny's cock. And they were like quoting back and forwards because that girl with the yellow spoon, Bella, that girl, apparently measured it against one of the generations of Pixel phones. So they were arguing back and forward against how big that generation of Pixel phone was, using different sources to corroborate the size of a phone. But that's like the one instance I've seen of anyone giving a fuck about Destiny's like cock. And it's not the angle of attack for anyone but you, Lav. No one else cares. It is just you talking about Destiny's cock. I believe Lav... I don't know quite what Lav's claim is, but sure. I'm not going to sit here and try and correct your account of Lav's account of Destiny's cock, okay? We're stopping this discussion, all right? We're ending it here. As it's ending on the podcast, we're ending it too. No more Destiny's cock discussion.
You are making me seem deranged.
Yes. That's my fault.
No, you're making yourself seem deranged.
No, you are.
To further my campaign of making you seem deranged, I don't want to talk about this.
Okay, well, you don't have to talk about it. I'll talk about it for 5 more minutes and you can leave. Okay. I'm just kidding. No, we'll stop talking about it. But to conclude, Jerry's final thoughts on that, because we won't talk about Destiny. Or we probably will, but at least not in this capacity. At least not a sex tape. Yeah, I was traumatized by it. So I'm going to talk about it. That's it.
Okay.
But yeah, go ahead.
I've been doing this. Dude. I've been doing this impression of Wick molesting a small child.
Okay.
Dude, this is why this is my guy. This is why this is my guy. Let's fucking go. Dude. Oh man, let's fucking hear it, Max. Okay. He said he's got an impression that he does of Wick molesting a small child. Fuck. He's so funny. Oh man.
Will I be reading for the part of small child?
No.
Okay, you do both?
No, the child doesn't speak. It's not a speaking role.
Okay, well that's good for him.
Yeah, he's well, okay, well, so this is a penis, and you don't have to touch it if you don't want to, but if you do, here it is for you.
That was not a good impression of Wick, but it
really
did freak me out.
No, that was more
like Mr. Rogers.
No, I think this is pretty much how Wick talks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, that's not what I would say to a child. If I was no, Mr. Girl, you're not listening. That's not what I would say. Stop interrupting. That's not what I would say. If I was molesting a child, that's not what I would say. You
know what? Wick is my friend. So I
really?
I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Oh, okay.
Oh, fuck.
Is Wick really your friend?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck me, dude.
Yeah, I was at the grocery store with Shaylin, and I just was like, this is what Wick would sound like if he was molesting a child. Just suddenly, this came to me.
Yeah, it's crazy where your brain will go.
Yeah, I just started doing it.
It's beautiful, and it's crazy.
Yeah. Wait, so you're uncomfortable? You're afraid Wick's going to get mad?
I'm so afraid of what Wick might do to me. No, I'm just kidding. I just wanted to weaponize that back at you.
Okay.
But no, I do like Wick though. I don't want to make fun of him too much. I'm also like, if this goes to my audience, they don't know who Wick is. Love you, Wick. But I'm like, let's keep this mainstream.
Well, yeah. Well, let's talk about irrelevant.
Well, yeah, we shouldn't have talked about irrelevant either.
Okay.
We only talk about big topics now, from now on.
Okay.
We're like, we're above all these people.
I'm just working on my streamer impressions.
Yeah. Can you do irrelevant one more time?
I can't. Irrelevant's not one I've done enough that I can like just do it.
Okay.
So it's like, I think if I'm like telling a story and like remembering something to be,
Can you do Destiny?
Okay, but no, I can't really do it. Destiny, I don't want to, but yes.
What do I have to do?
Please, no, come on.
There's nothing.
He won't do the Destiny impression.
Yeah, I feel like
What? Fuck.
Oh, I could do an impression of you.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like you're like in the middle of like a big fight or something and you're like, we're supposed to just be having fun.
Yeah, well, fuck's sake. I just fucked that up. Dude, can you fucking see what? Oh my god. Dude. Okay, oh no, we're good. We're good.
We're friends.
We're good. We're all good. Thank God. I was going to say, she do be doing that. She do be like that. Oh, man. Thank fuck. Jesus.
That's what that's when I
that brings us to
occasionally.
That brings us to our next topic.
Yeah.
Which is, why did we have a falling out?
I actually had 10 stars. I was
like, your version or my version?
What's my place?
Your version, please.
My version.
Oh man.
Well, I don't know how deeply you want me to delve into my sense of your psychology.
Do it.
Okay.
You have my consent.
You can't consent to what I'm about to fucking say. My version is that if you value somebody and you don't know you don't have a sense of transactionality,
yeah.
you don't know what they get from you, and it can't be defined.
It's incredibly uncomfortable.
It's threatening to you, to the point where you'd rather just distance yourself from them. And I think that in the
you are projecting so bad on me right now. That's insane.
Yeah.
Because you are the one who wanted to label our relationship as you being my dad. I was fine with being labelless.
Yeah.
So you are fully projecting that onto me. I was okay to live labelless, to just be what we are to each other, which is whatever it was.
Children are useless. And so if I'm defined as your dad, I think that's threatening to you, because then you don't know, I think to you, because you're so transactional, you don't know what you're standing on when that happens. So then if you actually feel love for me, or you feel loved by me, but you don't know what's holding that love in place.
No.
Then I think that feels terrifying to you. So you'd rather, step back. So now, yeah, you're my estranged daughter, and I accept that this is just part of our journey together.
Bring my camera down, really. There we go.
Okay, so my side.
Yeah.
It's slowed down now. Okay, look, it was good a minute ago.
You want me to explain it?
No.
It's good. You're saying that you're approaching this like you're unwrapping like a chocolate.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I'm trying to start from where I
To be fair, we could probably speed through a little bit.
I mostly thought that father-daughter thing was a joke. You have told me, and I had, unbeknownst to me, that I never thought it was a joke.
Here we go. All right.
That. But to me, I thought that it was a joke, and then I was like,
you have a delusional fantasy that you think it's a joke.
Yeah, of course. And
dude.
Yeah, so within that fantasy, I was also getting mad at you more and more because you had these like very strange boundaries that I frankly think are a little bit abusive. I think the way that you put the power dynamic that you are above me in some way, or that we do have a parental relationship, is abusive. Like you deciding the relationship for us, and also making it very open for communication on my end, where I can tell you everything about anything, and you're never like, this isn't appropriate, I don't want to hear about this. And the way that you could
just that one thing.
Yeah, just that one thing. Just about Destiny's foreskin. Which we talked about.
The rest of his we could talk about.
Someone screenshot and go like, fuck, I need to, this deeper armor message I've just seen in Spicy is just totally insane. Have you done a reading of this? Is that what this voice message is? Is someone done? Yep, okay, look, dude, 1 minute. We've got an emergency situation here, guys. An emergency situation. Okay.
Mr. Borelli, I have sent a video file of you thrusting your barbarian monkey penis into some imbecilic blonde Mrgirl. You should be ashamed.
Oh, man. That's so good. I've got to just mute alerts for a minute. Okay, sorry. That's just. We're gonna play this once more.
Mr. Borelli, I have sent a video file of you thrusting your barbarian monkey penis into some imbecilic blonde Mrgirl. You should be ashamed.
That's so fucking funny, man. That is so unbelievably funny. Oh man, yeah, there is a slight mistake in the reading. We need it slightly corrected. We need to get a really good version of this made, because he misses out. He says I have sent. It's I've been sent. We need to get a perfect version. I just need to hear it. I need to hear it once more though.
Mr. Borelli, I have sent a video file of you thrusting your barbarian monkey penis into some imbecilic blonde Mrgirl. You should be ashamed.
Oh man, that hits different. That hits different.
With the rest of his penis, I want. I want to stay away from the tip.
Well, there's not much.
So good.
There's not much else but the foreskin. But as I was saying, I became increasingly aware of the fact that I was giving you a lot and you were giving me very little, but then you were also telling me, like, mentoring me sort of in a way, or almost like my therapist, or you were planting little seeds in my brain.
Yes.
You were planting little victim seeds in my brain.
Yes.
Which
I'm mentoring you in victimhood.
Literally.
Yes.
Which I appreciated at the time.
But
less appreciative over time when I realized that it was contributing to me potentially being stagnant in my self-growth and instilling fear in the fact that I would grow up and be like you. Which is like sort of like a dad. But
yeah, I'm not hearing where I'm
this
not.
Podcast come about, I assume because Lav's old podcast fell apart and she got blacklisted from DGG, I would guess.
Your dad, but continue.
No, but it was that power dynamic, especially one that I did not consent to, is abusive to me.
Okay, but that's also what children say. Okay, so you have somebody who just decided they're your dad, which is what happens, and then over time you realize you don't want to become them, which happens, and then you distance yourself because you resent them in your late teenage years, and then you grow up a little more and you're like, you know what, I can talk to you without feeling like I'm becoming you, and now you're like 21 or 22.
Which is your favorite age, so I better clothes up.
Perfect.
No, but sure, whatever. Whatever, you can call me whatever you want. I'm just gonna call you my friend Max. So you can have your one-sided daughter relationship all by yourself, and then everyone's gonna be like, "What are you doing?" And you're gonna be like, "No, this is really my daughter," and then they're gonna put you away. But I'll be safe.
They can't take my truth away.
But during the time where I was really mad about that, I was also I was doing a lot of work in therapy also, and realizing that I don't want to be a victim, and I don't want to keep being a victim, and I really did feel like you were feeding me that and enabling a lot of that behavior and painting Steven as like a full villain and me a full victim, which I didn't appreciate. I don't think that is the way that it went down. So
I think that I do think that there is a kind of child part of you, a hurt child part of you specifically, that does feel like a victim, and I probably speak more directly to her and allow her to speak freely in a way that...
Yeah, of course you want to speak to the child part of me.
Sure.
But Boots, why would you even say something like this? That's what I don't understand. Why do people say this kind of thing? I will be publicly shaming you for this. I hope by episode 12 of this podcast, Mrgirl will be selling a sex tape of Eldrazi and Lav spit roasting Smith. Like, why say that? Why share that? That wasn't Boots, bro. Oh, man. Oh, come on. Tell me you wouldn't pay for that? $10 or something? Someone's in trouble. Jesus. It's over. That's total cope, by the way. Boots said all of that. Boots said all of that.
And I can see how that feels like I'm turning you into her.
You just didn't encourage, and I've noticed about this in your own life, is that you do not encourage any sort of growth in your life either, and you are just okay to wallow and sit in that, and that is your normal. That's your normal. I will kill myself if I do that, so I can't.
Wallow.
So boyfriend took my phone. Haha, my bad.
I think that's part of what I was trying to teach you. I'm trying to teach you how to wallow.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I would kill myself if I did that. In fact, if I did that, I would be writing about black holes and staying up until 11 a.m.
Yeah.
Can you imagine such a miserable life?
Yes. Actually.
Yeah, I texted. We were supposed to, for the viewer, we were supposed to record yesterday, but I wanted to go watch Dune, so I was like, "Can we do this a bit earlier?" And I texted him at what 10:30, 11, and he said,
"No,
sorry, I can't. I'm still awake. I haven't gone to bed yet."
I think it was like 8:30. It wasn't 11.
Let's see.
Oh wait, it was my 8:30. It might have been your 9:30.
Yeah, we'll just see about that, won't we?
Please don't check the times. Please stop.
It was my 9:30.
Yeah, okay. So my 8:30.
Yeah. So I lied. Sorry. I'm being so histrionic right now. Literally like lying for attention.
Yeah. It's
but
so
yeah.
That's the other that's the other thing, is the other side of like,
guys, we're only 40 minutes into this. We've got another 45 minutes to go. I'm just letting you know, we're not even halfway. I don't know if we'll make it to the end. We'll see.
Like when Destiny does something, like it's just fine. It's that if you do something by accident, it was on purpose.
Yeah.
And if Destiny does something on purpose, it was by accident.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
that is real. Like like when I said that he was like, when I said if the shoe fits, when someone said he was Harvey Weinstein, that's me making a real accusation. But when he says that I forced him to eat me out,
he's just saying stuff.
Yeah, he's just saying stuff.
And you have to take more accountability.
Yeah.
For his, you have to take his. It's like there's a certain amount of accountability for his actions that needs to be evenly distributed between other people.
But we've talked about this before. If you've ever talked to anyone,
I mean, it is true that Destiny did start suddenly turn around, going, Lav basically coerced him. That is what he was doing on J-Stock stream the other week, wasn't it? Like he was implying that Lav basically, was weekend at Bernie's, propping him up, forcing him to eat a mid-dew pussy, right? That was the portrayal we got. So she is kind of right here. Destiny fans absolutely do not hold Destiny to the... I mean, it was just blatantly obvious. DGGers do not hold Destiny to the standard they hold other people to. That's just obviously true.
Like, if you've ever talked to like an actual DGGer, they are severely underdeveloped socially. Like, severely underdeveloped socially.
Yeah.
I try to remember that when I read the, like, kill yourself, you're just like your mother. I try to remember who's sending it to me.
They're probably soft-spoken, autistic, like, semi-retards. So it's not...
Jesus.
Yeah.
Which I love, by the way. Buy my OnlyFans. If that's you, buy my OnlyFans. I'm just kidding. But I've been thinking about starting my OnlyFans again. What would you do?
What would I do?
Yeah. What would you do?
What would you mean? Like, what comment would I publicly issue?
Yeah, let's roleplay. Let's roleplay my OnlyFans dropping again. Drop. Max, what do you think about Lav restarting her OnlyFans? What a fucking whore.
Well, I would say, like, yeah, I guess by definition that makes her a whore. But, everybody consumes pornography, and then we look down on the people who make it while we consume it. And it's like what we do with... it'd be like if you said, like, what kind of fucking little stupid Chinese little shit made my phone? Like, why do you hate people who make the thing that you want? And to say the answer is because when you look at porn, you're fantasizing about having sex with somebody who doesn't want to have sex with you. So you're just mad that Leah doesn't want to have sex with you, basically. You're just mad that Leah would never have sex with you. And
But what about she's been so outspoken about sex work being anti? Like, does she have any real views? Does she stick to any real moral code? What's wrong with her?
I would say that does like Greta Thunberg, how do you say her name? Thunberg or something? Does she never...
Greta Thunberg.
Yeah, does she never drive in a car? Like...
Never seen her in one.
I don't... So, for it to be hypocritical, I think that Leah would have to say, I've changed my position unconvincingly, or she says... I think sex work is good now because I'm doing it and everybody should do it. That's like a that's hypocrisy, is when your philosophy contorts to match your actions. It's not when you do something that you think is bad. It's not doing something that you think is bad isn't hypocritical.
Part of what I have said, well, that's true. But part of what I have said, the hypocritical part is that I've said, if you have enough money, don't do it.
Yeah.
Like if you
okay, I don't really, I'm not particularly invested in the sex work discussion. I've got to be honest. That's I'm going to speed this up until we get something I'm a bit more. I care enough to comment about.
And I do have the choice not to. No.
That's not hypocrisy.
I don't know.
So okay, if I say cigarettes are bad for you and I smoke a cigarette, that's not hypocrisy. Hypocrisy would be if you see me smoking a cigarette and you say, "Why are you smoking it?" And I say, "Because they're good for you."
Yeah.
And you're like, "Well, you just said they're bad for you." And I'm like, "Well, they're good for me."
Yeah.
And you're like, "Well, it's when your philosophy contorts."
Yes, I know that you're doing the word games. I'm saying, what do I do when people accost me for doing the thing that I said not to do? What do I do? Help.
Well, actually, we're in a bit of a lull here. It's a great time to remind you that we've got 235 people here, but only about 39 likes. So some of those roughly 200 people could please just stop being freeloaders and press the like button. That'd be greatly appreciated. Also, guys, you can donate, buy a membership, gift a membership, buy a super chat if you can. Thank you very much. Thank you. You were late. Well, I might have been late. Yeah, I've got nothing else. Fuck you, dude.
Oh, you know how do you argue against it?
Well, no, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But I've been talking to my parents recently. They have a lot of debt, and I have such a clear way for them to get out of debt through my pussy.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, why don't I do that? Because part of why I quit was because I don't have to worry about bills anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But there's always another bill, and then you do have to worry. And I have very little money left over.
Yeah.
What if Connor finally does leave me? What if Connor finally realizes I'm crazy? He does leave, and I have nothing. So I don't know.
So this is kind of what I was describing earlier with our relationship.
What? Yeah, we're just like me and Connor.
No, I'm just saying the way you assess danger, usefulness.
Why are you saying
what for, and what will happen if you're dropped suddenly. And so it sounds like you want more of a safety net. Which is, I'm not saying that.
I'm not worried Connor's going to leave me. But
everybody does this.
I just want
to
have a safety net. Yeah, I don't have one, and my parents don't have any money. Nobody in my life has any money. So I have the anxiety of money.
Except
makes sense.
the CMO husband. Yeah.
Okay. I know that you know what that feels like.
I do. I've been very broke before.
No kidding.
Yeah. I've had my phone shut off. Are you joking?
Yes, of course.
Oh, okay. I've been way broker before than I am now. By a lot. Yeah. I've had my car repossessed before.
Wow.
Yeah. Just go out. It's just gone. Parked on the street. Car's gone.
How do you drive to a playground? You just have to walk.
I couldn't. Yeah, I just had to masturbate to Sesame Street. Yeah. It was awful.
That's like diet. It's not the real thing.
No.
Dude.
Yeah. I've been broke, so I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's just scary. And now that I'm building a relationship with my real parents, sorry if that hurts you to hear. I just want to, I don't know. It's crazy to see your dad get older. I don't know if you don't talk to your dad, do you? I forget. Yeah.
No.
But it's crazy. I don't know if you did talk to him when you saw him transition in his 50s, because the body changes pretty rapidly from like 40 to 50. You'll know this in about 2 years, personally.
Yeah.
But my dad used to be super strong, handsome, barely worked out, but was still like built and like tall. And now he's like, I would describe it as crumpled, which he's still in good shape, but he's just losing muscle, and he's just looks softer and more fragile, and it makes me like really emotional to see this like super strong godlike figure to me become to age.
Dude.
It's very strange, and then it just makes me sad that he's so much debt.
This is just a very strange way to talk about your father. I'm just okay.
I have a different interpretation. Of what's
happening.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, here we go.
I think it's about getting power.
You're so stupid.
Power in the relationship. I think you are in effect trying to take a position where you're the strong one now and he's helpless, which I think.
Well, that might be true. It's not trying to take the power. It's in the way where I'm understanding now that I'm young, able-bodied, and an adult, and he is aging, and so I should take care of him.
I understand that's your stance.
It's a role reversal, which is natural and probably healthy.
I'm not saying it's not healthy. I'm saying that there is a certain delight in your voice as you talk about him crumbling. That
you are just wrong, and actually, the way you bring that up makes me angry.
Yep.
That's just not true. I am not happy to see my dad crumble. In fact, I am.
I think you are.
No, I've never had. No, I don't know if we've ever talked about my relationship with my parents. Me and my dad have never been. Me and my mom had issues. Me and my dad.
I think you can accept your bad feelings about your father.
I don't have it. There's there are none. He was like angry sometimes.
I don't think that you're going to be able to convince me that this isn't true.
Whatever. Why? Okay, dude. I have a very good relationship with my dad.
Yes, that's why you want to completely humiliate him by talking about him being a crumpled, weak shadow of his former self who
relies
on his daughter's pussy to pay his bills.
You are so annoying.
That's you showing the respect and love for your father.
Do you think I consciously am happy, delighting, and humiliating? Also, humiliating him by saying he's getting older?
Yeah, I don't think that you are.
How is that humiliation?
Yo, Mr. Girl's base.
I don't think you know that.
He's kind of
yes, I think you are unaware of your bad feelings about your father and are accidentally expressing them. But it sounds like there
You're
sounds
fucking
like they're there.
retarded, dude. I don't even know what to say to that. I know that you have a bad relationship with your dad, from the way that you just responded, that you don't talk to him or whatever.
Yeah.
I think that you're completely projecting onto me. I have a fine relationship with my dad. We've had our issues, for sure.
Yeah, everybody has issues. Yeah.
And also, he has been, like, done, like bended over backwards in accountability and being apologetic. The older he gets, the more aware he was of every action he took.
Yeah.
Which I really appreciate, because my mom does not do that. My mom is like,
she got
in another world. But
she's been like pressed here. Yeah, she's rattled. It's like, I think that that assessment may have got to her a little bit. Because every other time I've heard her talk about either of her parents, it's like, oh, they're terrible, all this shit. And then all of a sudden it's like, her dad's this amazing guy.
This is a long way of saying that what I said isn't true. The problem is that what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm never gonna convince you shit. So I don't even want to.
Well, yeah, I mean the thing I'm talking about.
I forget how fucking angering it is to talk to you. I actually forgot. It's been so long.
I wonder why you're so. I feel like he absolutely struck a nerve there. Jesus.
That I forgot that you mind rape me. That you're a rapist. Yes. I forgot that you're a rapist.
Yeah.
And that you put shit into
me. It's called
and
empathy.
Also, no, it's not empathy, because also I am, and you know that I'm very open-minded, especially with you, and you know that I'm so self-analytical that I'll start to kind of believe what you're saying. And then my boundaries will loosen up.
I wonder.
Like, maybe Max is right. And then I go back and forth and drive myself crazy trying to figure out if you're right. And you like that. You love that. And you're a little weird weasel. And no, you're wrong.
There was nothing wheezy about what he said.
But now I look like you're right because I'm denying it so hard. So you put me in this trap. And you always do.
I think
you continuously rape me, you bind me, you rape me, you torture me, you kill me.
I think if you want to not seem like it's true, but also not talk about it, you have to say something like, "Oh, I'll think about that." But you know what? Let's move on to another topic, or just change the subject.
Because then the audience is still like, "No, that's true. That's true though," because Max said it. Your audience will be like, "No, that's true." You have that power.
Jesus, he is like rattled her to fuck.
You have that power within our relationship because you.
He's just like Destiny when you think about it.
And how open to your influence I am.
Yes. The thing is that.
Yeah, dude, you're raping me right now.
Well, if I say I think you're feeling something that you're not aware of, you can't really argue with it. It's nonsensical to try to argue.
It's manipulative for you to even say that. So I'm glad that you picked up on that. I'm glad that you picked up on the fact that I can't even consent to anything in this conversation.
Right, what?
You know, you're just like Destiny.
You know, when you say I'm projecting, you're doing the same thing. You're saying that I'm feeling something I'm not aware of.
True. But I am smart and you're dumb, so I'm usually right.
Yeah. It's hard to be usually right about your own parents. Usually people aren't the person who's right about...
Let me grant you that I have unresolved, not unresolved, but a lot of feelings about my parents being in debt.
Okay, can I...
And also that I wasn't trying to humiliate him by saying that he's older and fragile.
Can I set something up for you?
It doesn't even matter if I say yes.
No, I won't if you say no, but conceptually there's a way I would like to frame this for you. Go ahead. Feeling guilty about needing things from your parents that they can't give you is equal to feeling rage at your parents for the things that they can't give you. And when you don't feel like you're allowed to be enraged, you don't feel entitled to that, it can come through as you feeling guilty and being preoccupied with how frail they are.
So you think that I feel upset that I can't rely on my parents monetarily?
It becomes twisted in your mind where you actually feel indebted to them for their failures. Where the ways they let you down are not defined as things they owe you. they're defined as things that you actually are hurting them because of what you wanted. And now that you wanted something they couldn't give you because they were just too nice and frail or whatever the fuck the reason is, they couldn't give you that thing. So then actually you're bad
decrepit,
because of
rotting.
Yes, they're bad. You're bad because of their failures. And then you feel more indebted to them, which makes you more angry and more sad and see them as even more frail and more rotted and decrepit and helpless, which makes you more angry because then they're even failing you more. And it's just this cycle that I think leads to basically wanting to kill them. But in kind of like Joker when he smothers his mother with the pillow, it's like this feeling of wanting to kill somebody because they're so sad and helpless. But I think that it's really rage seen through a prism of total unentitlement. The thing is that somebody who's entitled like you, where everybody is like, oh, you get to do whatever you want, really, that what underlies that is a feeling that you don't deserve anything. And so, yeah, when I hear this, I hear rage.
You know what, Max? I'll think about
that.
And of course, I want to connect you to
She has been sitting, waiting to use that to just shut him down. Jesus Christ.
I think that's good for you. It might be bad for everybody around you, but I think it's good for you. And as your father, that's my priority.
You want me to be as socially disastrous and unhealed as possible because you think you want me to forgo and forget that I'm an adult functioning in a human real world where I have to be an adult because you want me to heal my inner child and you want me to perpetually live in inner child instead of healing her and being both simultaneously. You want me to exist as selfish child like you do.
I didn't know you were going to say the last part when I said yes.
Yeah.
But
that's where you're like, that's why you make everyone's feelings your problem, is because you can't exist in those two roles to yourself because you have ADHD. So now you exist only in child, which is why you do emotional outbursts and you think that that's appropriate to do towards like Shaylin, for example, because you're like, no, I deserve this because I used to be a people pleaser. So you get to do whatever you want and inflict damage on other people because you can't exist in those two roles where you can be a parent to yourself and a child.
Yes.
That's a problem. I don't want to exist like that. I want to be adult, Leah.
I don't think either of us want to exist in either way. I don't know that there's a great choice here, but I see the downside.
Well, you get what you get and you don't get upset.
I see the downside to being me. You don't have to convince me of that at all. I get it.
Well, then I did a good job convincing you.
Yeah.
Because it's what you've already believed, perhaps. But how long do you want to keep going? It's been an hour. We could keep going though. Should we do 2?
No, I think an hour actually is good.
I might run this back because he said something Lav said something just as I was getting up that I actually think I might want to hear. So we might just run this back a minute. Because she was saying that Mrgirl just wants to be as socially disastrous as possible. And it's like, yeah, to a certain extent, but that's kind of what Mrgirl wants from everyone, isn't it? But I didn't hear what was said after that. Because Mrgirl's whole thing is basically like reverse people pleasing, right? Because like people pleasing is like, people pleasing is like going and saying something that you don't believe for the sake, something that's not true, acting in the way that's disingenuous for the sake of making people comfortable. But Mrgirl wants people at all times to be saying things that are true, but are the things that are going to piss people off around them the most. So,
really, what underlies that is a feeling that you don't deserve anything. And so, yeah, when I hear this, I hear rage.
You know what, Max? I'll think about that.
Okay.
And of course, I want to connect you to that because I think that's good for you. It might be bad for everybody around you, but I think it's good for you. And as your father, that's my priority.
You want me to be as socially disastrous and unhealed as possible because you think you want me to forgo and forget that I'm an adult functioning in a human real world where I have to be an adult, because you want me to heal my inner child and you want me to perpetually live in inner child instead of healing her and being both simultaneously. You want me to exist as selfish child like you do.
I didn't know you were going to say the last part when I said yes.
Yeah.
But
that's where you're like, that's why you make everyone's feelings your problem, is because you can't exist in those two roles to yourself because you have So now you exist only in child, which is why you do emotional outbursts and you think that that's appropriate to do towards like Shaylin, for example. Because you're like, no, I deserve this because I used to be a people pleaser. So you get to do whatever you want and inflict damage on other people because you can't exist in those two roles where you can be a parent to yourself and a child.
Yes.
That's a problem. I don't want to exist like that. I want to be adult, Leah.
I don't think either of us want to exist in either way. I don't know that there's a great choice here, but I see the downside.
Well, you get what you get and you don't get upset.
I see the downside to being me. You don't have to convince me of that at all. I get it.
Well, then I did a good job convincing you.
Yeah.
Because it's what you already believed, perhaps. But how long do you want to keep going? It's been an hour. We could keep going though. Should we do 2?
No, I think an hour actually is good. I think that we should do hours.
Okay,
because
I'm feeling abandonment. So.
Okay, well we can go for a little longer because I don't want you to feel that way. But I think we should plan.
Why did they just put us on Substack? I don't. I imagine. Oh, okay, Jesus Christ! Smith wrote a massive comment there. I assume because Lav's probably trying to keep out of like these audiences. I imagine, right? She's trying to keep it like away from them. I mean, I would guess. She doesn't like going into people's YouTube algorithms. We'll read the comment after.
For about an hour. I think that's good because...
But we are so talkative and I have other topics to talk about.
I know. Okay, there's a saying about editing that you want the audience is either going to leave wishing it was longer. Well, yeah,
obviously J-Stalk is covering it now.
And your goal is to make them wish it were longer. So I feel like an hour leaves both of us feeling like we have more to say.
Can we do an hour and a half? I've listened to podcasts that
Substack's player is good, but no one will see it.
For like 3 hours.
I mean, well,
so have I.
And Jason.
So have I.
I think an hour is too short, especially if we could do an hour weekly. But if this is bi-weekly or even tri-weekly, it has to be longer.
Okay, let's do an hour and a half.
Okay. I totally manipulated you into that. Yes, I get the car this weekend. Dad says I get the car. Incredible.
You get the car.
I was going to talk about eugenics. Pro? Against?
Killing people to keep them out of the population, or just not breeding them, or not allowing them to procreate?
Potentially both.
Killing, I'm against. Okay. Not allowing people to procreate, like 99.
Wait, guys, what's going on in Spicy Chat right now? Why is there a Sulla waiting room? What is Sulla doing this time? I've had a very complicated relationship with Sulla.
10% chance this person is going to be a child molester because of their genes, so do we...
Well, not child molester, let's just say, like, short.
I have a pretty humanist...
Sulla and Gringle called out Avi for deplatform... Sorry, called out Sunday for deplatforming Avi. Okay, well, why doesn't Gringle come on my stream and debate that with Sunday? That sounds like it'd be a good idea. That sounds like that'd be content. I would love to watch that.
View where I think that society should be built to fit humans rather than the other way around. So I would say I'm against that.
Did Avi get banned then, or are they just crying about the reporting body thing still?
I'm a bit of a eugenicist. It's been cooking. It's been cooking for a couple years now.
You love the content, Gringo.
First, it started out with the moral quandary: do you give birth to a child with Down syndrome?
I hope you.
And then I thought more about it, and then I was like, obviously not.
No, I think you should.
What?
See, with AI, I now have a scale where I realize that all humans are retarded. So whether you're extra retarded or just normal retarded doesn't really matter.
Well, it's not about retardation. It's about strain on resources. So it's about.
You realize this is the same conversation we just had about you as a child feeling like you should never have been born, and me feeling like the world should adapt. And me feeling like the world should adapt to me.
Yes, that's actually true.
You are.
It's the same conversation.
Sort of. Okay, do you not want to have it then?
That's fucked up.
No, I just want to point out that this is a continuation of the same theme, where you're like, why should we have to take care of your fucking retarded ass? Why don't you just kill yourself and stop being such a fucking burden on everybody?
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, if people are our society and they're what society is for, then I don't think it makes sense to start killing people to make society work better, because it's oxymoronic.
Sure. I mean, I obviously am. I mean, in my heart, I'm still human, right? I still all my male best friends, all the males that I love, I would not tell a woman to procreate with, but I still love them, and I would do anything for them. So it makes me sad to think about if anything was really instilled, what would happen.
If Shaylin and I were going to have a baby that was going to be a clone of you, would you tell me to do it?
Yeah. There's nothing severely wrong with me. Besides my pussy's like so tight, like it's like just crazy tight, and I don't know if like you would want a child that has to deal with all this stuff that I've had to deal with, because it's hard.
Yeah, the doctor's like on the ultrasound.
Christ. Okay, look, I'm gonna just skip in a little bit, okay?
Didn't know.
That's not true.
How would you know?
Retards can conceptualize retardation. It's like
How?
A lot of.
Then why don't they stop?
No, that I can get behind. No, I don't. I think that they can. I think that they realize that they're different and that they have like learning disabilities, right? I don't think they maybe understand the full scope. But there's, I don't know if you've met a lot of people with Down syndrome. It's a spectrum. A lot of people with Down syndrome are completely low functioning, but a lot of them are completely functioning and just realize that they have a disability.
Okay, stupid people seem to think everyone else is stupid. Even
completely functioning. I don't know that. I'm okay.
Slightly stupid people. I've noticed this. Have you? And then you do something that's not stupid.
About me? I think I'm the smartest person alive.
Okay, so yeah, it's hard to perceive that someone is smarter than you.
Sure.
It might even be impossible. I think everybody feels like on some level that they are smart because they're in their own brain and nothing can happen outside of my brain. So it just feels like everything is in my brain. So it's hard to really conceptualize someone.
About? I think that you are describing your narcissism. I can completely conceptualize that people are much smarter than me. I do it every single day.
So narcissists can eventually perceive that other people think they are narcissists and then acknowledge, yes, I'm a narcissist because 99% of people say I am, so I am. But I don't think they actually believe that I don't think it's possible to genuinely believe that you're a narcissist. Because you would
That might be true, but I think that most of that is because there's social sciences are inexact, and a lot of people have narcissistic capability and traits. So it's like, okay, what is this? What differentiates me from the general population if I just have more of these traits? Like, for what number of these traits do I now have the disorder?
I'm saying that that to whatever extent you're narcissistic, it will be imperceptible to you, if it's a little or a lot, because the blindness that comes with narcissism scales up with the amount of narcissism that you would need to not be blind to. So I think all narcissism is actually invisible to you.
Jesus Christ.
And in a way that's kind of like a way to define narcissism.
This is a classic.
How much of myself am I blind to?
Thought. Oh man.
So then I feel like that probably translates to intelligence. And then I think you can scale down intelligence and be like, dumb people seem to think everyone else is dumb. I think retarded people probably think everybody's retarded.
That's a funny thought.
They probably think it's luck. They're like, I know you drive the car, but I could do it too.
Have you had a lot of experience with people with, like, have you ever met
A retard?
Yeah, like people with Down syndrome or even autism, like, you know, less functioning forms.
Yeah.
Bro, sure. What is this conversation? Have you ever met a retard? You ever met a retarded person? Yeah, I'm sure. Everyone's met retarded people. Like, come on, Lav. Come on. Not unicorns, Lav.
Yeah, I think that it depends on the person. I think it depends how disabled they are. But anyway, as I was saying, I have celiac disease, which also causes autism. Or not causes. Oh, great. It's correlative. So
cool.
If you're a mother, you're more likely to, and you have got genetic testing, because a lot can go. It would be, yeah.
Then minorities are
They will be extinct, yeah.
Okay.
I think immutable, like, not immutable, but, like things that have very...
Genetic?
Things that have very little bearing on, like, social, like, intrinsic bearing. You know what I mean? Like,
well, why? Color, what's the difference?
Skin color intrinsically does not create a problem, right? Down syndrome intrinsically creates a problem.
No, okay, would you...
Or at least more of a problem.
Yeah, the thing is that the problem in both cases is just that people don't like it. So the problem is a strain on resources for the retarded person. Money?
Yes, money. Also, quality of life. Also, the
wait. Quality of life for Black people is lower, but money. You're saying that we'll vote, but in order to be voted out of the gene pool, you have to be costing more money than the average person. Is that the rule?
No. So I think that there will, at this point, in my perfect eugenic utopia, there would be constant unbiased studies published by, like, demographics of every group, of everything that you can think of. If we have a group that is creating a lot of crime, if we have a group that is a strain on the resources overwhelmingly, exactly. Sorry.
Yeah, you want to get rid of Black man. Here's my question, though.
Yeah.
I think instead of avoiding this point, you should confront it head on.
Okay.
Some percentage of strain on resources is the direct result of the rest of
Okay, I can only do so much more of this. This has started dragging. Let's 2x it. Let's try and get through the last little bit here. There might be some more content.
People in society just not liking you.
But I mean, we're already able to talk about other streamers. Let's be honest. That's
it doesn't matter why. My point is that
we are just here
because if you make enough people comfortable,
that's what we're here.
Quality of life would go up for most people if you were not there anymore.
Yes, I get that, but my point is that you can always draw a relationship. To bring it back to the beginning of what I said when I started, you can always draw a relationship between how accommodating are people being to you, and how much of a problem are you defined as. And so, like with Destiny, this was like a big. I don't think it was ever articulated this way, but it was always like, no, you're a huge problem. But then, like you would be seen as a huge problem. But then I would talk to you, and I'd be like, all you have to do to talk to Leah is let her say what she wants. If you tell her she can't finish what she's saying, or that she's not allowed to say it, then if you start squeezing her, then like, yeah, the conversation will not go as well. But like, if you just give her some room to breathe,
I appreciate you taking the time to learn that about me and integrating it. Seriously, I do.
Yeah, and so then people see you back in another environment, and it's like, well, who? And like with me, I'm like, I interrupt people, I can't stop talking, I hear my monologues and blah blah. I'm like, that's because you. Yeah, of course it sounds like that when I'm talking to a retarded person who won't stop interrupting me. Like, yes, I get that. But like, so more and more, I'm like, I think all these people are actually just stupid. I think I'm just much smarter than a lot of these people, and so when I'm trying to talk to them, it sounds like I'm trying to like explain something really complicated to a 2-year-old, because I am. So
I think that you feel like that with me sometimes, even though I'm fully identifying what you're saying, and then you still want to finish, even though I know what you're saying, and that bothers me. So you treat me like I'm done with you.
I know that you know what I'm saying. That's different. That's different.
So you just want to really dig it in. You want to really make sure that I hear it from your voice.
Yeah, there's more reasons to say something than just to communicate it.
Like to be able to say I told you so. Big one for me.
Yeah, why? I mean, like, it feels.
Can you hear my dog barking?
It feels good. What's that?
Can you hear my dog barking?
Yeah, but really quietly.
Shut up! Do not let Zonia see that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
True. What the fuck?
There's an emotional participation in interaction that happens when you talk, even if the person knows what you're gonna say.
Sure. So you're just doing the dance. You're doing the dramatic.
While I'm saying the thing you know that I'm going to say, there's an unspoken emotional communication that happens that is beyond what I'm saying between us.
Spiritual.
No, it's physical.
Well, what were we saying before that? Before you monologued. Just kidding. Just kidding. What were we saying though?
I was saying that you are basically presenting this as though you can clearly define what society.
Right.
Yeah.
No, so this is what I really think. I don't think that it should be forced by government. I do like to exist in that. I do like to just say that.
Experiment.
Yeah. But I do think that every woman should be a eugenicist. Like I think that every woman should take stake in her bloodline and try to choose the best mate in a way that men can't.
So based.
Like yeah, I think that every woman should punch up. I think that every woman should try to offset her bloodline, if it's bad, right? Like I have a lot of neuroses, I'm picking someone who doesn't and who is much taller than me, so our kid can be a normal size. Stuff like that. I think that every woman should do that. And yeah, you should stop having children with people who won't marry you. You should stop having children out of wedlock.
This is a bit contradictory to your last point, so I want to try to tie them together.
Okay.
So your last point was we need to make society's gene pool better.
Yeah.
But now your new point is that even women with bad genes should mix them with good. Wait, let me finish.
Okay.
Women with bad genes should mix them with good genes. And so the implication is that women with bad genetics actually still have value, and men with bad genetics actually don't.
Yes.
So really, so in your framing, though this was not disclosed, you believe that society exists for women.
Yes. No, but first of all, let me clarify because I know I speak very deadpan and people can pick up on it. My first point was facetious. My first we should kill people was hyperbolic and facetious. I do actually believe that women.
Society's for women.
No, that is society.
Well, no, that's not. I don't think that's.
Society's for people, but it's under women's responsibility, right?
I think society might actually be mostly just for women. I think
if you to make it safer and that.
Jesus Christ. Okay. This is based. Mr. Girl has tapped into the gynocentric longhouse. We've been living in the gynocentric longhouse for far too long. Okay.
If it's women mostly, sure. Or
well, also functional. Like men, if men could just appear, I guess maybe women and children, but if men could just appear like at age 15 out of thin air, our species would probably be okay if it was just men and there wasn't a society. You wouldn't really need a society. But I think once you have women that need to be protected or not raped for 9 months, then I think that's like what society is. It's like the not randomly raping women equals society.
Sure. I think that I'm mostly speaking.
Bro, what? Sorry.
Of women that need to be protected or not raped for 9 months, then I think that's like what society is. It's like the not randomly raping women equals society.
Sure. I think that I'm mostly speaking to.
I mean, yeah, it's like there's like a level of truth to it, but it's like so reductive. Like, yeah, obviously, this is one of the things that tends to go away when you have a society, right? But is it like the sole defining feature? Is just, would that alone constitute having a society? I don't know. I don't think so. No, that sounds retarded to me.
Like a evolutionary psychology point of like men want to fuck everything, will fuck everything. Women are more pragmatic
until
about
it's dead.
True. And even then.
Yeah,
and
just Indian not have society. Like.
So yeah, I just think that women are more pragmatic about their breeding choices. We're bred to be so. Like we literally, we can smell more, taste more. We are literally evolutionarily designed to be choosier in breeding strategy. Most of that is because
I think I forgot to read the statement, Spud Gun. Maybe I'll go over it now.
A lot can go wrong if we breed with the wrong person. Like a lot can go wrong. Mostly because the gestation period for a human is 40 weeks, which is like that's like the longest. That's one of the longest gestation times of any mammal, besides like an elephant. And then we also our babies stay helpless for longer than any baby in the animal kingdom.
Right. So, yeah, we're kind of born before we're ready.
Yeah, and women have always been the more present sex in child rearing, even before gender roles, even before anything. We feed the baby for the first year
before
of its life,
gender
when it
roles.
Can't even have water, right? We feed it with our breasts. So yeah, just we're more involved, more present. So it makes sense for women to be choosier. So I think that women, because we are more pragmatic, should use that as our responsibility. It should be more of our responsibility to breed better.
I mean, I guess
men keep doing whatever,
right? Because you would argue that gender roles emerge from the features of sex. So I guess, yeah. No, she's kind of right there.
You're not going to change. But women...
What just flashed on screen? Did something flash on screen?
Men keep doing whatever you're doing, you're not going to change. Breed, use that as our responsibility. It should be more of our responsibility to breed better. Men keep doing whatever you're doing, you're not going to change. But women can make active choices.
Yeah.
Breed, use, be choosier. So yeah, just we're more involved, more present. So it makes sense for women to be choosier. So I think that women, because we are more pragmatic, should use that as our
I
responsibility.
think it just
should
glitched.
Be more of our responsibility.
It should like it glitched because it looked like it was all the same colours as this.
Breed better. Men keep doing whatever you're doing, you're not going to change. But women can make active choices.
Yeah. I do think that there is a... When you hear even a feminist like me, when I hear a woman say my bloodline, it somehow pisses me off. I'm like, you don't have a bloodline.
Because you know you would make it.
No, that's not.
You don't believe in like maternal bloodlines?
No, I'm like politically and intellectually I do. I
you just hate
definitely.
Women. You're mad that you aren't a woman. And that you don't have special privileges and inherent worth. Yeah, that would suck. I would kill myself if I was a man. And I probably should.
I'm saying that it's interesting as somebody who thinks of themselves as very feminist to see that I have a negative emotional reaction to the idea of a woman having a bloodline.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I have beliefs about male superiority or priority that I am not aware of.
Well, that you are aware of at this point.
I don't know what they are. I just know that they're... Yeah, I'm aware they are there now. Just became aware of them, but I don't know what they are.
I literally think it's vagina hunger. It's penis guilt and vagina hunger. There is something, I mean, I would be very, in some ways I would be glad if I was a man that I didn't have to deal with a lot of what women go through. But in some ways I think I would be jealous of the fact that I cannot build a human with my body. That is like crazy to do. It's very divine.
I think...
Really? No, I wouldn't say pregnancy is something that I think many men are jealous of, actually. No, I don't. I think you might be incorrect there, actually.
I think penis guilt is a good way to frame it. That I feel that if I'm going to be shamed as much as I am for
you should have
my
something to
body,
show for it.
Yeah, I want to be paid in respect for the shame.
I went to the man's store
certain
and all I
subset
got was this cock shame.
Yeah. Exactly, and so then I'm like, well, if I'm gonna have to bear all this bullshit, then I should be the one I should be the one who matters, and I think it's resentment.
Yeah, that's interesting. I think a hallmark of being a man is restraint. Like, I think that is the center of what a man should be raised as, mother, father. But you would disagree.
Well, if you're not... No, I'm agreeing.
Or at least resent it.
I agree. No, I agree with the framing. I just...
Jeez,
you have to have power to have restraint. So a big, strong man who's very gentle with a child, that's like manliness.
But even you watching like the degenerate porn that you watch, I believe that you should show restraint.
Even when you're masturbating?
Okay, we're just finishing it. We're just finishing it now. Okay, fuck it.
I think men should masturbate less.
Let's
Than they do.
Than a lot of them do.
Then less.
If you're yanking your chain more than once a day, you should probably be euthanized.
Final sprint. Here we go.
No, but you should show restraint.
Jesus.
In fact, I think like maybe 2 to 3 times a week is healthy, and then besides that, you're degenerate, and you should probably. That to me, that signifies that you are not busy enough in your life. That you have passion or something to work on.
I don't even disagree.
Are you signaling to me that you're like big and strong right now?
Yeah.
Are you intimidating me? Am I supposed to be
Can't spit in here.
I take up more space as a man. Not even if you're small. Good.
I think in a lot of ways you wish you were a woman.
I think so too.
I know someone who can make that happen. At least on the surface.
Wick.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just gonna take this parasitic hand.
Bro.
Okay, well, you gave me an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And I think it's a good time.
I do think we both are mentally exhausted after an hour, but we can wind down and...
I'm ready to go.
I am mentally exhausted after an hour.
By me? Cool. So now I'm feeling abandoned again, so now we gotta do another 30.
This is what I was talking about. This perfectly encapsulates what I was talking about.
What?
It's just like feeling like a burden, and then that making you perceive me as weak, and then that making you actually want more, which makes you perceive me as weaker, which makes you more angry.
I'm just kidding.
I know it's a joke. I understand it's a joke, but
She's trying to place careful's on the pink pillar. You're a girl. You're a girl.
And if you don't know me from my character,
no, I know that. I know that you're
feeling abandoned, like you don't really know me.
I know.
We can stop. If you're feeling so exhausted after talking to me. Maybe you're not exhausted from this conversation after an hour of me, but you're exhausted because you've been up all night writing about black holes. Maybe that's it. So maybe it's not about me. Maybe it's about you.
I'm running ads on LinkedIn.
For what?
To my black hole article.
Oh my god, Max. What is wrong with you? Stop. What are you doing? You're losing it.
Changing the world.
Okay, you're losing it.
I will get recognition for this idea.
Do your outro.
Hi.
He's so bad.
No, goodbye. This is the outro.
Oh. Yeah, bye guys. See you at the Singularity.
Mr. Girl, please release the book.
Singularity.
I don't know what that means. Okay, bye guys. Thanks so much for listening.
Please,
by the way, I'm actually
release
not obsessed with Steven's penis, even though
Mr. Girl, please release
I'm
Shamelane.
actually not obsessed. I'm actually not deranged, and I had a very normal, natural response to seeing it.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna just link this again. As mine and Jay Stalks are probably the biggest places this gets exposed to.
And I'm talking about it because I don't know. I don't think I'm resolving it. I don't know.
Anyone would.
Anyone would.
I want to see all 5 episodes of this podcast that can possibly be made. When you're done with this, you should observe a full display of WS exemplified by George. Has it got copyrighted music in? It looked like it did. This was great. Looking forward to more episodes. Similar to Max, the feminist eugenics stuff horrifies me. It's interesting that he was unaware of his misogyny regarding this until now. How could he be 38, talk about things he talks about, and have not realised it? Is he retarded or something? I strongly connect with the notion that society is for women, and that men are jealous of women. I should have taken you up on that, but to trans me. Going further, everything is marketed to women, and women make the majority of the spending choices these days. Girls just want to have fun, and boys just want to be girls so they can have fun too. Max is mentally retarded on the subject somehow. Brackets his childhood, and I know exactly how. But it's clear to me that the reproductive essentialism approach to value within society is intertwined with patriarchal values. We need to find a way to systemically respect reproductive reality for the sake of our future humanity. Sake of the future of humanity, sorry. While socially respecting men and women as equals. Otherwise, men like me will always want to skin women and wear them as skin suits just so we can giggle by the pool and eat bonbons with all our friends who love us. Like Dylan Mulvaney in his new music video, The Days of Girlhood. I've seen that. Damn. Damn, Dylan Mulvaney is hot. It's fucked up that I think that, because she's had a lot of body modifications, but not as much as a lot of trans people. She's awakened my gay. Smith, get help, dude.